Okay guys, I just got Natty out. We're on like week 3 of training. They're starting to understand things, getting a routine. Crate training should be going really well by now. They should be established to their crates. Just getting that routine. That's where you should be at right now. Not a whole lot different in the training aspect of things. Puppies are starting to catch on to that antler, that what it is, that it's fun, getting pretty amped up over it, starting to come into those obedience positions. Natty here, he was very vocal. The first week I started training him, and he'd sit there and bark at me and stuff, and I wouldn't reward it. So I've encouraged, rewarding him when he's quiet. He needs to know that barking doesn't get him a reward. Good. Good. I'm gonna go through just your basic obedience. I'm starting to toss that antler out just a little bit further, still keeping it short and sweet, and ending on a positive note. When you're doing this stuff, you want to be doing it in a very low distraction environment. Don't be doing it with the kids running around by you or other dogs present. You want to get just one-on-one, you and the pup, while you're doing this obedience stuff. You're going to see a lot more attention out of them whenever they don't have as many distractions. Bye. 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 Good. Good. Stay. Good. Not to jump on you. If they want to jump on you, just knee them off. A sitting dog is a dog that's getting a reward. Good. Yep. Good. Good. Starting to sit him down a little bit now, coming into those heels. It's not just this, the form. I'm starting to sit him down. Heel. Sit. Right here. He doesn't do it right. Sit. Good. Place. Place. Stay. Up. Sit. Stay. Good. Good. Still marking everything with good. Heel. Sit. Good. I'm going to show you here. I'm going to bring Natty to a heel without giving him a treat here. You're going to start seeing that he's paying attention to my hand as to where my hands are at. He's not going to get a treat, but he's going to do it. I'm going to praise him. Natty. Hey. Heel. Hey. He's sniffing something. Hold on. Come here. Hey. He found a piece of food. Okay. Hey. Heel. Hey. I rewarded with the other hand there. That was way too distracting. There must be some straggler pieces of dog food. That's a puppy for you. Hey, place. Good. Place, get up there. Place. Sit. Stay. Stay. Up. If he gets off, I put him back on. Stay. Stay. Good. Good. Don't ever call the dog to you. So if they're staying, if you're getting them to stay a little bit, and you step back a couple steps, don't call them to you. Don't say, good, come. Don't do that. You're not do that. You're teaching a dog to break whenever you're teaching them to break by calling them to you off of a stay. You should work your way back to them and reward when you get back to them. Always do that. Natty, come. Come, come, come. Very good. Very good. So still kind of tedious, boring stuff, but you got to do the obedience. You got to do it. Always do it. During feeding time, make that puppy be patient for its food. I'll grab Natty by his little collar and I'll make him sit, and then I'll take the food and dump it in the bowl. And then when he's real calm and sitting right there, I say, Natty, and then he can go eat. You know, they get super, overwhelmed during feeding time that they're starving and they don't know how to control themselves. So start teaching them self-control over food. Once again, right now you need to be petting them constantly while they're eating so you don't have any sort of food aggression down the road. You don't want them to be angry over food. So get your hands on that puppy in their face and touch them all over while they're eating. Okay, so he is wound tight right now. So I'm going to get his little antler out. Hey, hey, hey. I'm gonna give him two. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, come on. I threw it. Find it. Let's go. Find it. Find it. Come on. Find it. Here, find it. Seeing if his nose would smell it. Find it. It's not. Hey. Okay. That second time he didn't see it, so I was just trying to circle him around the wind saying find it to see if he'd catch the wind of it and get excited and pick it up, and I was going to praise him, but he wouldn't. So you've seen that second time he actually retrieved it. I held him by the collar there and I kind of showed it to him in his face. He was wanting to reach out and grab it, and then I tossed it, and it was a kind of a delayed retrieve. So I tossed it, I held it, and then I said, find a bone, Start doing that. Start saying that to them. Teach them what that antler is called. You can toss it out and you don't want to hold their collar very long, but just kind of start tossing it out in front of them, giving them a little delay, and then cutting them loose to go get it. I'm starting to toss the antler just a fuzz farther instead of right in front of their face. I'm throwing it, about 4 feet out now, or a little bit more. They can see a little bit better. They're learning to watch. They're learning the retrieve is me throwing it, so they're learning it. So you can give them retrieving it, but like I just did, keep it short and sweet. Tease them, put it away. So that's kind of where we're at. Not much difference, but it's really not going to be a lot different. The main thing over the next few months is just keeping that retrieving drive as high as you can. You want them to be amped up to retrieve, and you don't want to push them until they get burnt out on it, distracted, because that's just where retrieving issues come into play. If y'all have any questions, holler at me anytime. If Pup is doing something and you have any sort of question about it, I can help you out. Our crate training is going very well. No accidents anymore in the crate. They're learning to be on a time schedule. No fussing really anymore. They might fuss for a couple minutes when I first put them in, but they quiet right down. They're on a good feeding schedule. Training's going good. Antler training's going good. We're right on track. So holler if you got any questions. Another thing I like to do with my puppies is just start taking them out into the woods and stuff, walking them around, let them get kind of familiar with all these smells and the trees and the leaves and the sticks and everything, because in the future they're going to be shed dogs. This is where they're going to be. So they're going to be running all over the place. So you want to get them introduced to all this stuff. You don't want to just bring them out to the woods for the very first time whenever they're 6 months old, and then you're going to be dealing with puppies that don't know how to act, and they'll be so distracted by all this stuff that they're gonna struggle to stay focused on an antler. So these pups, woo woo woo, they're doing good. I'm happy with how they're doing. We're just going for a little walk, burning a little energy and letting them take it all in, because that's what I want. I want good, confident puppies that aren't afraid of nothing.